right, a lot going on in the travel industry today, starting with the fact that Spirit Airlines finally met its demise in the middle of the night. Would have been nice if they let some of the travelers know, maybe last night, because there were people showing up to the airports and probably still are that have not checked their emails. So that's really sad. We'll get to in a second what to do if you have a flight booked on Spirit Airlines. But first I want to talk about the impact that this has on the industry, because it's even if you don't fly that big yellow Spirit plane, unfortunately it's going to impact all of us. It is going to drive up the prices of just main cabin regular flights for all of us. Because they were great competition. They kept the flight costs down on all of the three main carriers as well as all of the other ones. We do still have Allegiant and Frontier. I wouldn't say that Southwest is a discount carrier anymore. Obviously, I don't think they have been for the last 15 years. But we're going to see a huge impact. And of course, jet fuel has already doubled, driving up the costs of flights since this whole war in Iran started. So sadly, I think we're going to see flights increase. But if you have a flight booked on Spirit, I just did a couple tips on News Nation, but I thought I would jump on here and give some to you. First of all, the first thing you're going to want to do is deal with the refund later and book your flight now. So there's actually capped fares that some of the other airlines are doing. JetBlue you have 72 hours to book a capped fare with JetBlue if you were on Spirit Airlines. Southwest, 72 hours. Delta, you have 5 days. United is giving 2 weeks. And American Airlines, they have a dedicated page for rescue fares as well on their website. So if you got stuck in this whole mess and you didn't plan for it, you didn't think they were actually going to go under, you're going to want to check with one of those airlines and see what their rescue fare situation is. Make sure you take a copy of all of your receipts and confirmations and emails and all the cancellation stuff, and you're going to want to submit a chargeback on your credit card, no matter how you booked, okay? Just start there. But if you booked with Spirit, they say they're going to just do an automatic refund, but you are covered with your credit cards due to federal credit laws. You weren't provided the service that you purchased. If you booked on like a voucher or some type of Spirit Airlines points, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. That's probably going to get caught up in like bankruptcy court. So I honestly wouldn't even expect to see that money, but it's going to be a long time before you do. So that's why I said you're going to want to book your flights first, deal with the refund later. If you have points in miles, this is a really great time to use them. This is why I kind of hoard some for, of course we keep them for fun things, but I keep some for emergencies and times when I've got to get somewhere I didn't expect and flights are through the roof. So this is one of those situations where you're going to want to book on points or miles if you can. And then lastly, if you book through a travel agent or Expedia or like a third party, you're going to have to contact them. You're not going to be able to reach anybody. Well, first of all, nobody's going to reach anybody at Spirit, but they wouldn't have handled your refund anyways, so you'll have to go directly to whoever you booked with to get that refund. And, you know, I just think this is really sad. Of course, their pilots, their flight attendants are all stranded right now. They're jump seating on other flights to get home. But this is an airline that was around for 34 years. And, you know, there's like 17,000, a little bit over 17,000 people out of jobs right now because they went under overnight. So overnight, all these people lost their jobs, and it's really sad. And it's hopefully not gonna continue. I don't think that we have to worry about this with any of like the big three. For example, American Airlines doesn't even make money on their flights. They make all of their money through their loyalty and credit card program. And so they're not even a profitable airline without that. So all these other airlines are structured a lot differently. But like I said, it is gonna impact all of us, unfortunately. And it'll be really interesting to see what happens with the aircrafts, see if somebody else picks up the pieces, starts a new airline, or if they all get sold off to some of the other carriers that we have. So anyways, that's all I have for you today. It is the Derby day. It is the Kentucky Derby. So I am going to go have a mint julep and bet on Mike Smith to win. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will answer them. And if I missed anything, let me know.